not my man. You're not my man. You're a genius.
All right, man. Let's get right into this bad boy. So this is episode 137, I believe, if my memory is working. And yeah, man, let's jump right into it. We're a little late, but that's life sometimes. But the first project we started off the week with was Triangles by TR3 or Trey. I fucking love this project. This project slapped.
This is some aggressive woke shit.
Yo, aggressive. But like, you know what I like about it, man? When it's woke shit, I like when they're punching too. Like if he wanted to get a little wild, he got wild. He wanted to punch, he punched. Like he was going crazy, bro. But he mentioned like woke shit.
It up too.
Yeah,
it was good.
He switched up the flows. He did a whole bunch of stuff, and all the production was fire too. You know what I'm saying? Like the fire. He had the what he was saying. The production was dope. His hooks were dope. He could sing. The features, all, you know, this was like a complete project. You could tell he worked his ass off for this one. You know what I'm saying? And I rocked with this shit. Like this shit was really fucking dope. Like, and it was, I mean, 17 tracks, but that's, you know, with 3 skits. But I wasn't mad at how long this was because I was having such a good time. But I can admit it was a little long. So if you're gonna tell somebody to bump this shit, it's like, yo,
it dragged just a little sometimes.
Yeah, you know, it's something that like you have to set aside, you know, a little extra time before you dive right into the shit. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't mad at it. Oh, my man Lou went to get a drink.
He said bye.
He went to get a little drink.
I'm not participating in this conversation.
Yo,
anymore.
Facts. He's like, first project, skip that shit. What you drinking, sir?
So I ain't know y'all saw me get it. I'm drinking.
What you mean? What the fuck you mean?
Oh, you getting a Corona seltzer?
Can I get it? Yeah, yo, bro. Best seltzers on the market.
Beer seltzer is the battle royale to video games of beer. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's doing it now. Everybody's doing it.
Yes,
go.
Everyone.
Yes. I'm here. I'm sorry. I just had to.
We heard you.
My wife is getting up. She.
Oh yeah.
She don't want y'all to see her booty. So I had to. I don't give a fuck.
No clout today.
I'm the only one touching, but you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
I would avert my gaze out of respect.
Facts. Like men.
You know what? I wouldn't even be mad at you if you look, bro. I'm not even gonna look because I'm a look. So if I'm looking, that means I'm not looking at you looking. You know what I mean? So okay. I wouldn't even be mad. I wouldn't be mad.
See, I wouldn't look.
I take it as a compliment.
I wouldn't look, but I got the tape.
You got the recording.
Take it as a compliment. You know what I mean? Like
I blur it out on YouTube, but
appreciate that.
So yeah, so the first project we talk about that TR3. I don't know if you bumped that one, but that was the Triangles. But that shit was a dope project to me. That shit was a complete project. It had dope production, dope singing, dope rapping. It had everything. It was just a little long, but it was good. Like for what it was, it didn't really like get boring. But long projects are hard to digest nowadays. It's too much music, you know.
Facts.
So
yeah,
and my attention span just keeps getting shorter.
Facts. So the next project was The Roman by Cellus Hamilton, BlessThePen, and Trouble, spelled in the worst way I've ever seen it spelled in my entire life. But this project was real smooth, and I do like team raps, but they all sounded very similar. Not that they sounded exactly the same, but they sounded similar. So you don't get
from
that.
The same street.
Yeah, you don't get that contrast of, you don't feel the 3 people. Like when you listen to like, Slaughterhouse, you hear everyone's voices. You listen to like D12s or like even like close enough like Spillage Village, even though they have high pitched voices, like you can tell the difference of who's rapping and who's not. But this, like, you can tell, but it was just like, it wasn't too, like, it wasn't contrast really. You know what I'm saying? It sounded like it could have been one rapper just switching up his voice. But I mean, not to take
facts, like just a different effect.
Yeah. But not to take anything from it. This project was a vibe. This project was definitely really smooth. Like their main focus was smoothness, and like they all had cool voices. They all had cool flows. And it was like different shades of smooth, but it was still dope. You know what I'm saying? Like it was simple content, nothing wild, but the production definitely stole the show. But I mean, they did what they had to do. Sliding. I was like, yo. And I rock with that. You know what I'm saying? You want to put out something simple. And it's also, it's hard to put together a whole project with 3 people. You
A
know,
lot of opinions.
yeah, there's a lot going on. There could be, and there's, you know, rappers got egos and all sorts of stuff. No matter if you're homies or not, like there's always going to be something in there that can make things a little difficult. But, you know, I ain't mad at it. So the next
Hey,
project,
you ain't mix my shit right because you jealous.
hey, they just cutting. We know how people get. They cut verses because you cook them on a track, and they could be your best friend. We all know how that goes. So the next project was AD by Alex DaAlpha. This was solid. This is very clean, catchy, like new school stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's literally the content. If you're looking for content, this really isn't it. But if you're looking for cool melodies, catchy hooks, and just literally like one song on repeat for, you know,
Right.
9 tracks, then this is for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't hate this. It was very clean. I thought the quality was good. I thought it was, you know, it was catchy enough to be like, all right, this is a little bit better than other music of this caliber. But it didn't separate itself from that, you know, from that
It was
mold.
straight. I
Yeah.
wasn't
Right.
like it. I was not, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't like in love.
Yeah. It was just like, I wouldn't be mad if someone put this on, but I wouldn't ask who this is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Or
who's that
ask them
playing?
to put it on.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I
You know what
wouldn't
you
know
need to
them.
play right now?
Yeah, and like the features were all pretty much the same. One thing that's funny, and I actually realized a couple projects that I reviewed, the Pure was on there, and I remember I reviewed the Pure a minute ago, and he's the one that gave me my red stamp on the page. But I remember reviewing the Pure a minute ago, and I didn't really rock with his music, but all the features that I've heard him on recently have been pretty solid. So good for him for stepping up his music. And I hope that he understands the stuff that I gave the red stamp was not it. And he realizes his excuse for, yo, this is just the vibe, just wasn't it. The music was bad back then.
Hate
So
that.
it's good now. So
Much better.
yeah, much better now. So the next project, I feel like I undersold them, but maybe not. But this was the Above the Law by Q&A and Supe the Dude. This was that band project, like, well, with a full-on orchestra and band and all the noises and
Now,
rapping.
this shit was sliding.
The shit slapped, and he was rapping on some really good, like he was rapping. He was on some like before Chance the Rapper got married type shit, and I really rocked with that, you know, and I wasn't mad at it. Like he was out here going off, and then the band was just amazing, and they had that one song that had like the very extreme, like violent jazz. I was here for it, bro. I'm here for all the live
Yo,
instruments.
something about. I was just gonna say that.
Yeah. They hit
Something
different.
about live instruments when it's done right, you could feel it more.
Yeah, they hit different. Like you feel everything, bro. You feel the bass lines, you feel all that. Oh, I like this Madden switch up.
Yeah, I said I was gonna do it. I said I was gonna do it.
That shit clean. But
And it's Chris. It's clean.
oh yeah, let me focus on it. There we go. We got it focused up. But yeah, it's crazy, bro. Like the project is slap, man. I was definitely vibing with the project. I definitely love the instruments, love the pacing of it. It's 7 tracks, and it's just a whole lot of fun, bro. It's a whole lot of fun. When you hear all those instruments, it just triggers things in your brain that make you feel like, all right, I'm having a good time. So
Yep.
then we jumped into I did my Wednesday live stream of 2 projects. I did the back-to-back thing. So the first one was the New York Badlands by Manic TL. Shout out to Manic, man. He's always been a cool dude. I've always rocked with him for a hot minute. This project got the lemon from me, got the yellow, the lemon stamp from me.
It was,
He was rapping.
had better stuff from him. Yeah, he was rapping.
He was rapping, but like some of the production I wasn't feeling. And I just feel like he did I don't know if it's call it struggle, but he did bounce around some very strange voice like some of the voices he was rapping with and using just didn't fit the vibe of this. And it just had I don't know, just some stuff just weren't hitting as hard as it was supposed to. Some of the hooks were throwing it off, but it was upsetting too, more so because he never shied on the raps. Like the verses were crazy. He was rapping, but
He always does though.
yeah, he always does.
He always does. He always comes with like a little bit of flair.
Sound.
Yeah, I get it. You want to do something different.
He's trying some different flavors.
Yeah, and I'm not mad at it. It's not like it was bad. It's just some of the stuff just wasn't fully refined yet. You know what I'm saying? But that's the process you go through when you want to start adding new things to your bag. It's not gonna be perfect the second you throw it in there. There's trial and error. There's practice. So.
You gotta try the shoes on first.
Yeah, you gotta try. Yeah, you got to. But I
Do a couple
like this
laps up and down the
direction.
aisle, you know.
Yeah, I like this direction though. If he could take some of his sad boy like hooks and the swag to that and mix it with these raps, that's the formula.
Bro, that would be elite. That would be elite.
That's
I'm
the
not even gonna
formula.
hold you.
Yeah, that's the
That would
formula.
be
So
that would be really
we'll
dope.
see. We'll see though. You know, I think
You
he said he has
listening,
something
Manic?
else. Fact. Shout out to Manic, bro. So this next project. So this next one, I actually got a funny story. I'm upset Dice Dice ended on this one. But so this next project is In My Head by NK47. So NK, we've been reviewing this dude for a hot minute. And honestly, he is always trying to outdo himself. And he's always trying to, he always tells us like, nah, I'm going to get better. I'm going to get better. I'm going to get better. And what's
My man's
crazy,
is like an anime protagonist.
Yo.
Always trying to. I gotta surpass my limits.
yo, seriously. And what's crazy about it though is he disrespectful. Disrespectful. I saw that. But so what's crazy about what was crazy about NK is from when we first reviewed him till now, he's blown up realistically. You know what I'm saying? He's blown up. He has done his thing and he's moved up in the ranks of rap. He's moved up significantly. He's killing it. Like he is killing it music wise. And he's always just showed the same amount of respect. You know what I'm saying? But it's to the point where like, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, yeah, we like to call it is what it is. We like to put pressure on people and blah, blah, blah. But the fact that like someone can blow up and still admit like, yo, you guys got in my head, like that bad review and all that shit, like that type of energy, that makes me proud of the page. You know what I'm saying?
Doing something.
Yeah. And while I was reviewing this, he was like, yo, real talk. He was like, I took all of the criticisms that the dudes on your team has done, because we reviewed them like 3 or 4 times. And he's like, and I put everything into consideration. And yo, dead ass, while I was listening to this, I fucking deeply enjoyed myself. One, shout out to
It's just a good time.
a great time. Great time. Shout out to homeboy Dylan Kush, Pickle D, old school Pickle D for those that don't know. He did the production, and the production on this is fucking fantastic. It is. It hits every note. He got some NF type shit. He got some hip hoppy stuff, some stuff that sound like old M, some sad boy shit, some switch ups. He had it all. Orchestras, dope
You know,
beats.
on that NF thing, I think that's something NK's never going to be able to escape because
Yeah.
of his inflection and his voice.
Yeah.
They're just so similar.
And it's also when you have that kind of like old school M type inflection and you're doing it over like these big orchestra
Every
beats.
time, yep.
That is the story. Like that's the combination. But I'm not mad at it, because even though the intro, when I first started listening to this, I was like, oh, I'm still getting some NF vibes. Towards the end of it, I really didn't feel it as much. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, with the pick. So I really didn't feel it anymore. I just like, he started to gain his own identity, because what he was talking about
Yep.
to me was super dope. Like,
Well, yeah, I'm not even talking about like the
Yeah.
content. It's literally the inflection.
yeah, definitely the voice and the inflection for sure. You can definitely hear that. But it's, you know what? It's very clean. It's very polished. So fuck it. If that's your voice,
You know
that's your
what?
voice.
I want to give him his flowers here real quick, because there's the dad song,
Oh man.
the key change halfway through.
Oh yeah. Heavy.
What?
And
That
what's
was
crazy
fantastic.
about that change is not only was like that change heavy in itself, like of like it's a dope switch up, but his tone, like how he went from being pissed off at his dad to understanding when the tone slowed down.
Yep.
And him rapping about that was huge to me. Like that's huge. That's why I love that
Storytelling.
song. Very great.
Storytelling.
And then he had some stuff where he's like, yo, I'm gonna fucking rap. Then he had that dope
I'ma yell at
song
you.
Nickel, and he was going off. But the funny thing that I was gonna mention was with Dice. So when after Dice jumped in on the live stream and he was like, yo, this project is looking like a 10. And I'm like, yo, I'm truly enjoying this. Like I'm having a good time. For 13 tracks, I truly enjoyed every song. And I think every feature did what they had to do. I think the subject matter was right up my alley. I think he was just rapping, bro. He was mixing up his flow. He was changing his inflections. He was going from intense to calm. He sang. He did it all, bro. He put a lot into this, bro. You can tell he worked hard for it. And that's enough for me. If someone worked hard for something and it sounds like they worked hard and it's clean and there's no like error, realistically, like I loved it. So Dice was like, yeah, this is sounding dope. Oh, this is dope. I like the last few songs. And then he bumped it and he called me later that day like, yo, I don't know if it's a 10 out of 10, but it's definitely solid. Like called me to like remind me. I'm like, get out of here, man. It's my review. You know, like go review it. He's like, we could talk about it. I'm like, that's what the episodes are for. So I
not even here.
Yeah. But, you know, it is what it is. But this project's super solid. You want to listen to a dope project. It's got something for everyone. If you want to hear the best song on here, Dad is the best song in theory. But my favorite song on here is Nickel. That song reminds me of like M whenever he rapped with like 50 Cent or G Unit members back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
That song slapped. And that dude, 100 Koofies, snapped.
Dude, that song is hard.
Hard.
But that song is like art.
Yeah, that shit that Koofies was saying when he was like, yo, life's a bitch and that's the meaning. And he's like, yeah, bitch like a female dog. That's the meaning. Like he snapped.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, that shit snapped. But yeah.
Bar of the month right there.
Yeah, oh, I loved it. Yo, shout out to NK though, man. You did your thing. Good fucking job, bro. Keep doing it. And I know a lot of people probably hate it. I remember when he first came out, people hated on him, this, that, and the fifth. Hey, you doing your thing. I don't care. You're rapping. You're doing your thing. You made yourself. You made it honest. You fucking dove deep to make the shit real. Live your life.
Live your life, young man.
Live your
your life.
Rumble, young man, rumble. So the next project.
Keep hope alive, honky.
Nice facts. So the next project that I reviewed was "Leave the Block" by Local Fish. One, great name because you're impossible to Google. You can't search local fish. Just so you know.
Yo, facts.
So great name.
Not at all.
And
not at all.
This is something that
You'll get every fish market within 10 miles.
Facts. So this is something that like, to me, I don't know why, but we do not have enough of this. But this is a guy and a girl rap duo. And their contrast is wild. And I loved it. She was cooking and he was cooking. Rap. They both can rap. My only issue was Homeboy sang too much. And he's not like the best singer. And then she sang on one song and she did pretty good for like the monotone, you know, like no name type shit. But like, that's it. So I feel like if maybe she would have sang some of the other choruses, it probably would have hit because he's not the best singer, or just add some effects to it. But other than that, great duo. I fucking fucked with them. Their contrast, his kind of like.
Yo, tell me he doesn't sound kind of like Slug.
Yo, he sounds like a more like a hyperactive, more hokey Slug.
Yep.
Like if Slug was from the suburbs.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Yep.
Yeah. And I rocked with that, bro. I fucked with this, but they were doing their thing, bro. And the beats were all super dope. I like the content. I like a good duo. But I need, shout out to, we need more guy girl duos. And I'm not just talking like when a couple makes an album like fucking Quell Chris and fucking, that whole shit and Jean Grey. But like, I'm talking, I need a duo. I need a duo because they sounded like those neighbors, like those hippie neighbors that smoke weed that you just want to hang out with because they probably got snacks. That's what they were rapping. That's what it felt like who was rapping to me. Jesus. But yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Disrespect.
So this next project was, so my cousin told me to do this. I don't know what happened to my cousin, man. He just is going down this lost in the Brooklyn sauce and like Brooklyn drill. He was the one telling me that stuff, and he loves all this new age stuff when he used to be Mr. Raptastic, Brooklyn this, Brooklyn that, Jay-Z this. And he could still rap, don't get me wrong, but he just loves some of the worst shit. But this next project is called Southwest by Lil Chris and FBG Duck. And this is like new age stuff, but the one dude on here sounds like a hefty guy. Sounds like a big fella. But he is doing
rap like you breathe heavy.
Yeah, but he's doing like high pitched singing. You got sacked, sir. But he's doing like high pitched singing, bro. Like high pitched new age auto-tune singing. The whole project, bro. I hated it, man. Fucking hated it. I was like, cut it out. It's just like, and you can't do. I can't
spoon my fucking eardrums out.
Yo, I don't know if I don't know if it's just I'm a product of my generation. I just can't fully lock in on singy gangster shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah,
Like,
I know
can,
exactly
but
what
maybe
you're
it's just
saying.
because
I guess you're in the middle of it. You have no choice. I just can't. I can't, like, I grew up, like, gangster shit to me was like Big L and like all this real.
it's trap soul, bro.
Yeah, I hate, but it's like so. The
That's old
lyrics
head
are
shit now.
so aggressive. Like, I don't wear. I shot a nigga in his head and my toe. How done been kind of done it, but do I cut his baby in? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't sound right. Like, I don't need you to sing that to me because I don't feel
it's
that.
repetitive too.
Yeah, and it just doesn't. It just like doesn't. It doesn't. I don't know. It just sounds corny to me, bro. Like, if you're gonna say some hard shit, I don't want to be vibing. Like, I want to make a face like ugh, and I want his voice. I want to be like, yo, he did that shit. You know what I'm saying? Convince me. Don't sing it to me. It's weird, bro. Like, don't use R&B inflections and shit to sing about killing people. It doesn't work for me. It's not my bag. But this project, I fucking hated it. It sucked. So then we jumped into our Friday releases.
I don't know if I hated it, but
I know that's your jam. I hate it. I just can't deal with that singy shit, especially when it's like about that and it's like a big hefty guy. Like, rap hefty. What happened to hefty rappers?
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying? Where they just pronounce like words aggressively. Big boss and double barrel and like shit like that. Like, rap hefty, you know? Burgers, you know.
I mean, what we have what's his face? But he doing food. What's his name?
Action Bronson.
Action Bronson.
He sounds like a hefty guy. It's hefty raps, and I like that. Even though he's getting skinny now, he's letting us down. Like, I know it's for your health, but stay hefty.
Oh my god, bro, you suck.
Disrespect. But so the next one was so we jump into the Friday releases. The next one was Ascension by it was Fred the Godson's like send off project. Rest in peace, Fred the Godson. We had COVID took him out, which sucked. But this is a dope. If this is his like send off project, if this is like his final thing, then that's dope. You know, that's super dope because this is a fire project to go out to. It's just Fred doing what he does best, getting his raps on, punching the lights out of everything. And it was super solid. Everyone did their thing minus the hook on the block, that terrible Michael Jackson fucking destruction. But other than that, man, this project was super dope, man. It was good to hear Fred again, and it just sucks that like we had to lose one of New York's best underground rappers. So it is what it is. But I don't know if you guys checked this shit out, but this shit is dope as hell. I think my only issue with this was we didn't get like Joel Ortiz and like other like New York legends on it. But you know, what can you do?
I do have a problem with that as well. It's like, I mean, this is his post-mortem album. Yeah. Like, you would want at least people that he worked with throughout his career, or even people that just want to come and pay homage with him, like something like what they did with Pop Smoke.
Yeah. I would like to see, because there was some people on here, but they didn't really list the features, and I couldn't really tell some of the people that were on this. But I wanted to see some names. Like, I would like to see him, and like him and Joel always been one of my favorite duos when they get on tracks. I wanted to see more New York artists, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted New York to be all over this, like the way 50 pushed that whole Pop Smoke thing. Like, push this, you know, bring this to life. You know what I'm saying? Like, so. If this is that postmortem thing, if there's something else in the tuck, I would hope so. But if this is it, then this is it. And it's like, come on, New York, don't let us down. You know, like, Jay, get on this. Like, everyone that he should have worked with in his fucking long ass run as a New York MC, like an underground like king, give that man his flowers, bro. Like, since you couldn't give it to him while he was awake, like, give it to him now, you know. But what can you do? And he went out still being dope, like still punching like crazy, bro. And that to me is fucking fire. And then the last project that we did was Collection Agency. This was Currency's new drop. Currency drops 1,000 projects a year.
1,000. Oh my gosh, it's unbelievable how much this guy works.
Yeah, it's insane. And even though they're all not like the best. They're all super solid, and he does what he has to do. But this one was super dope, especially the tracks that he had Harry Fraud produce on here. Fraud's having a fantastic year, and it just started. But this is dope. This is true to form Currency. This is the Currency that we all missed, And it's just straight to the point, bro. It's smooth raps, it's smoke raps. It's a good time, man. I wasn't mad at this at all. I was really enjoying myself. Straight to the point.
I didn't like it all that much. I felt it was everything that we've already heard from him. Like it wasn't nothing special to me.
Oh, same. It's not. I didn't think it's like special, but I was just like, I'm so used to Currency giving us this that I was just like, hey, it's another Currency drop, you know. It's pretty much how it felt. Like it's just another Currency drop. But it's still dope. Like I like when he works with certain producers. That makes it even better. You about to get scored on, but you know, it's not bad though. I'm not mad at it, man. I was here for it. I thought it was smooth. There's still shit to drive around to. Like he is the elevator music of rap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the best way to put it. Like he is the elevator music of rap. That's it. It's just pleasant. And that's it. There's nothing crazy about it. It just, you know what you're going to get. It's, you know, it's always in movies, but you know, other than that, man, that's really all I got for the week. And that's the regular stuff. I actually, just a selfless plug, we're going to talk about it next Sunday, but I dropped my project that dropped on Sunday, my birthday. And yeah, check it out. John D. Contradiction. Take comfort in your friends. It's out there. But other than that, that's all I got, peoples.
Wasn't feeling the reviews that they gave you. I thought it was I liked the album. I thought it was really well put together. And maybe it's because I know you and I know where the album's coming from. Like I know like where you was going with it. Maybe that's why I liked it a lot. Yeah. But also like coming from a perspective where like, because I try to listen to it not as a fan, like just strictly as somebody that was just listening to it. And the way I listened to it, I mean, it was just really good. Like, how do you put all of this stuff together? Oh my God, somebody's scoring them. How do you put all of this stuff together and have so much to talk about?
Yeah. And that's what like, and I,
you know, like I like
put a lot into it, and it's just like, which I'm not mad. I am hyped that I did get the Bad Seed to review it because I've looked up to his pen for a hot minute, and I just think he's a dope New York MC that doesn't get the credit he deserves. So it was good that he took the time to do it, but it's also like, you know, I get it. Like maybe first listen, I might be a lot to digest, but it is what it is. Either way, I'm glad it's out there. I'm glad people are liking it. It's a smooth little vibe. You want something nice to kick in to warm up the weather a little bit. I tried to give that, but you know, as always, I got way more in the tuck because I usually drop most of my music beginning of the year. So I got a lot, but that's really all I got. We'll talk about that more next Sunday because, you know, this is supposed to be the Sunday episode, even though it's a Monday. But either way, that's all I got, man. I will holla at everybody. Appreciate you guys. Yo, you better win this match too, man.
Yo, bro, this game's over. This game's over. Like, I would have to have like an incredible like breakdown for him to come back and win this game.
You gotta
like
be drunk Lou again.
That's a fact.